No blocking, no begging. Just do this. It will hit your avoidant partner hard. Have you ever been tempted to block your avoidant partner just to make a point? Or to beg them to talk, hoping maybe this time they'll finally open up? Let's be honest. When someone you love pulls away, it triggers something deep inside you. The silence feels unbearable. You replay everything in your head, trying to figure out what you said wrong, what you did wrong, and how to fix it. But here's the truth that most people never understand. The power isn't in blocking or begging. The real power lies in doing something completely different, something that goes against every emotional impulse you have. And when you do it, it quietly shakes the avoidant to their core. See, avoidant partners thrive on emotional control. They withdraw not because they don't care, but because distance gives them the illusion of safety. Your emotional reaction, the chasing, the crying, the texting, it all reinforces their belief that they are the ones in control. The moment you start running after them, they no longer see you as an equal. They see you as emotional pressure. So when you block them in anger or beg them to stay, both actions still revolve around them. They still feel powerful. You're still playing in their emotional field. But the moment you shift your energy away, not as a performance, but as a real inner change, something happens that an avoidant doesn't know how to handle. Peace. Yes, peace. That's the one thing they don't expect from you. They expect drama, tears, anger, or silence filled with resentment, but they don't expect calm detachment. When you stop reacting, you take away the very fuel that their defense mechanism runs on. Avoidants are not used to people who can emotionally regulate themselves while still caring. They're used to chaos following distance. So when you step back with emotional control, when you don't block, don't beg, and simply get quiet without resentment, they begin to feel something strange, the weight of their own silence. What you need to do instead of blocking or begging is this. Center your focus on your energy. Your nervous system is your battlefield here. You have to calm it, regulate it, and protect it. When an avoidant pulls away, your mind screams, "Do something!" But your real power comes from doing nothing. Go about your life. Focus on your routine. Channel your energy into something that makes you feel grounded. Exercise, creativity, friendships, learning something new. Because here's what happens. When you emotionally stabilize, your vibration shifts. The avoidant senses this subconsciously. They can feel when the energy chasing them disappears. They don't know why, but something in them starts to miss the emotional gravity that used to pull them in. See, most avoidant partners don't leave because they don't feel anything. They leave because they feel too much. Intimacy scares them. It makes them feel like they're losing themselves. But when you stop chasing, you silently show them that closeness doesn't have to mean pressure. Your silence becomes spacious, not punishing. It says, "I'm not here to control you. I'm here to respect myself." That's when an avoidant starts to question their own patterns. They start to feel that emptiness, that emotional gap, not because you forced them to, but because you stopped trying to fix what wasn't yours to fix. So no, don't block them to get attention. Block only if it's for your peace. Don't beg them to talk. Instead, talk to yourself. Ask yourself, why am I chasing someone who keeps running? This isn't about manipulation. It's about realignment. You're teaching your nervous system to stop confusing anxiety with love. The more you regulate your emotions, the more you break the invisible chain that keeps you emotionally dependent on them. That's when you become powerful in ways that make an avoidant stop and notice. Because for the first time, you're not reacting to their withdrawal. You're responding to your own healing. Here's the beauty of this. When you stop chasing and start grounding yourself, your avoidant partner begins to feel something they've been avoiding all along. The reality of losing your presence. Avoidants crave independence, but they also crave the emotional stability you gave them. When they sense your peace, your quiet confidence, and the lack of emotional chase, it triggers something uncomfortable. Awareness. They begin to miss not the drama, but the connection. And they start wondering if they've misjudged you, if maybe you were the safe space they ran from because they didn't know how to handle it. Now let's talk about what doing this actually looks like in practice. It's not a silent treatment. It's not manipulation. It's emotional detachment paired with self-respect. You still respond if they reach out, but calmly. You don't over-explain, don't over-apologize, don't show neediness. You match their emotional pace, not their fear. You stop asking, "Why won't you talk to me?" and start thinking, "Why am I waiting for someone who doesn't?" This subtle shift hits harder than blocking or begging ever could, because it shows growth. Avoidance notice emotional growth. It challenges their core belief that closeness always leads to chaos. Over time, your energy speaks louder than words. You post something joyful, not forced, something that shows you're healing, not hiding. You laugh, not to prove a point, but because you're actually rediscovering yourself. You stop looking at their social media or wondering what they think. And ironically, that's when they start wondering about you. Avoidants are drawn to emotional mystery, and nothing is more mysterious than someone who used to overthink them, but now radiates peace. Let's be clear, this isn't about revenge or making them suffer. It's about emotional sovereignty. You're not punishing them. You're simply reclaiming your power. And when you do that, two outcomes happen. Either they feel the shift and slowly come back with curiosity, or they don't. And you still win because you finally broke free from the emotional roller coaster. You realize you don't need them to validate your worth. That realization hits deeper than any block number or begging message ever could. Think of it this way. Your avoidant partner's silence used to feel like a weapon, but now you turn it into a mirror. Your calm becomes their confrontation. You stop being reactive, and that leaves them with themselves, their own fears, their own avoidance, their own emptiness. And for someone who spent a lifetime running from emotional discomfort, that's the most powerful reflection they can ever face. You don't hit them with anger. You hit them with absence. Not physical absence, but emotional neutrality. You stop trying to pull them closer and start building a life that no longer revolves around their inconsistency. So the next time your avoidant partner pulls away, don't fall for the urge to block or beg. Do this instead. Go inward. Protect your peace. Move with quiet strength. Let them feel the space that used to be filled with your anxiety, now replaced with self-respect. Because nothing shakes an avoidant more than realizing that the person who once chased them no longer needs to. And if you ever wonder whether they'll notice, the answer is yes, they will. Avoidance might take time, but they always notice emotional shifts. They feel the change in energy before they even understand it. And while they may not admit it, your emotional detachment hits them deeper than your words ever could. So remember, no blocking, no begging, just peace, presence, and purpose. That's what truly hits your avoidant partner and heals you in the process.